All right, guys, we're coming to you today. We're going to talk to you about a water-based rust preventative. The reason I'm wearing gloves today right now is I don't want my fingerprints on it. I have just a piece of mild steel here. I sanded it down, made sure there's no oil, nothing else on it. So we're going to tape off a section. We'll then be able to do a side-by-side comparison to show you what happens after we apply the product. Now, the interesting part about this product, it is water-based. You can weld it. It actually acts as an anti-spatter if you do welding. So you can weld right over it. There's no harmful fumes. There's no bad odor. There's no VOCs that come along with it. So that's what makes this product very unique. It also has a shelf life of about 12 months. And it also, if you use it, it lasts between 3 and 6 months depending upon where it's at. So the great thing about this product compared to a lot of other products is you can actually apply the rust preventative, cure it, and then set it outside, where a lot of other components, when you actually will do the rust preventative, it only lasts if you keep it indoors and keep it covered. This actually can be out in the elements, which is completely unique. And there's others out there that say they can be outside, but they have to be covered. So you're really not getting the benefit here. So you can use this. This is manufactured for a large construction equipment OEM. And so it actually has a engineering specification that's already been applied for that manufacturer. We're now bringing it to the suppliers for that manufacturer. We're also then, you can use it for residential use. We sell it in a 1 liter containers. Here's just some examples of what the containers look like. We actually sell it up to 55-gallon containers. One thing to note with this is you do want to shake it up well, which I've already shaken this one up well, but you want to shake it up well, even up to a minute. Like, you really want to make sure that all of the active ingredients in it are all combined. So that's the piece that you want to make sure that you do. So what we're going to do right now is I'm going to tape off a section. Then I'll take the gloves off so you show that I'm not afraid of this product. I mean, get my hands on it. You can see that when we ship it, there's nothing on it that's going to be harmful. And so I'll provide a different video later on that talks about why this product was produced and the history behind it. The manufacturer has a life story for why he decided to develop this, and I'll do that in a follow-up video. So let me go ahead and just tape off a section real quick. I'm just going to use a shop towel. We're just going to do a line here. In fact, I may do one on both sides and then just do the center piece. Nothing special here. I'm just doing that so that you'll be able to see the difference between the two. I'll do another one over on this side. And again, what's great about this is not only does it work for all mild steel, but it also works really well. You can use it on pretty much anything that you get rust on. So you can use it on castings. You can use it on just straight sheet metal. You can use it on large plate steel. So anything that you want to prevent rust from being on, you can use. Okay. The other great thing is this product, you clean it up with hot soapy water. So no more caustic material is needed. So if you had a rust preventative that was oil-based, not only do you have to use a caustic material to get it off, but then before you wash it, so this actually within your process, you can just use a hot soapy water. We recommend 120 degrees for the hot soapy water, and then it cuts through the RP and takes it off prior to painting. So just be aware of that. Also, the product does need to cure, and they can cure in a couple different ways, and we'll talk about it, and I'll show you an example here in a second. But for right now, all I'm using, literally just a very cheap air gun that you use, and I've already put the product in. So I'll show you that I've already put the product in. Don't need much. The great thing about this is 1 liter will cover 320 square feet. So it's a very light mist is all you do. And so I'm going to do that now. So all right. So the product needs to cure. Now it can cure a couple different ways. We recommend heat curing. So if it were to go into an oven that you already have in place for a paint booth system, you can cure it that way. Another way, for this example, I'm just going to put a heat gun on it. Additionally, if it's warm enough inside your shop, you can literally just spray it on and let it air dry. The water that's inside of this is nothing more than the avenue for the material or the active ingredients to be applied. We want to remove that water and just leave the active ingredients. So the other way to do it is, if it's warm outside, you can actually apply the product, set it outside, and the sun will bake it in. An interesting fact is it regenerates itself when the sun comes out and it heats it up. So if you were to apply it, put it on material and set it outside, it actually rejuvenates itself by using the sun, and it's by the heat and just the light itself. The other thing is, as you apply it, let's say you were welding and you applied this to your product before you welded, it would actually act as anti-spatter, so you don't have all those weld berries everywhere. The other thing then is, if you spray it right back on a piece that you've already welded, the heat in the material actually helps to evaporate it, and so that's another way. So if it's in your process and you apply it, we will work with you to develop where you should apply this within your process. So let me go ahead and get a heat gun. Again, very just cheap heat gun. All I'm doing is just evaporating it. One of the things you'll notice after we get done doing this, it actually leaves kind of a little sheen on the metal that makes it look a little bit different than the actual metal. So let me go ahead and heat this up, and then I'll take the tape and everything off and show you the difference. Alright guys, so let it dry for a few minutes, or let it cool. And so I'm going to go ahead and take the tape off. And typically you would not have tape on one of your pieces, so that's something that, like I said, just doing it for this demonstration. And let me see here. Again, just bought some mild steel, something easy. Actually sanded it down ahead of time. Made sure to use some stripper on it that will basically remove any type of oils that were on there, so I didn't want anything to affect it. In fact, you can already see where I put a thumbprint there, which is what I want to make sure I didn't do ahead of time on this, because it could cause rust. But you can see that it looks a little different. It's got a little bit of a sheen. It actually looks a little wet, and that's just the glistening off of it. So one of the things we'll do in the next video is we will go through and I will wet this and I'll show you what it looks like. Water actually repels off of it much differently than here. Also, hydrochloric acid will not permeate or cut through this. So that's something that I'll show a video on that as well over in one of our shops. Also, I'll have another video that I will talk all about the history on it. Why did this come through? I think that's the other important thing, is the developer of this, he had a passion for it, and what that passion is. I think that is just as important as how well this stuff works. What we want to do is we want to send everyone home safe every day back to their families, and you'll hear me talk more about that. So just wanted to show you, demonstrate 1 to 3 mils is all it takes. Again, the product covers 320 square feet per liter. We sell in liter volumes, but any volume you want depending upon your operations. In the future, we'll probably get into an aerosol can so that we can use it for residential. So you could use it actually on your vehicles or on your house, anything like that. You could use it right now. We just want to make it easier for you to do that in the future. So we are the distributor for this in North America. Our company name is Trey Products. The manufacturer is Duksha. So we are the licensed distributor for them, and we have a great partnership and relationship with them. And so that's what this has come about. We'll also view different products that they have. Again, some of the actual anti-spatter that is just anti-spatter, not a rust preventative. Where this one, like we talked before, it's a rust preventative with anti-spatter characteristics that work fantastic. We also have a nozzle jelly for those welders. So as you can tell, this was originally really tailored for the fabrication piece, but then we found that it has fantastic uses on machine castings, anything that can rust. We found out that this stuff works fantastic. So if your process requires that you dip it because maybe you have blind holes or you have passages in your components, you can dip it, hang it, and then it has to go through the drying process just like anything else, but you can submerge the entire piece and you can use it that way as well. But so again, we'll have our email addresses for the sales contacts down at the bottom attached to the video. You also can reach out to us. Our phone numbers and videos will be there. Comment. Tell us what you think about this product. If you have any questions, let us know. We'll get back to you as soon as possible. We have salesmen in the Midwest, in the Southeast, in the North Midwest, if you will. And then we'll be really starting to move out to the East Coast and to the West Coast, but really concentrating on the manufacturing facilities and customers in the Midwest right now. But if you need it, we can get it to you anywhere in the continental U.S. And so let us know. We have some. We have the MSDS available. We have the technical data sheet that we can provide you. We can also give you any of the background, any documentation that you require. So again, we can ship it directly to your door. Just reach out to us and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks again for watching the video. And again, we'll talk to you soon, and there'll be more videos on the application, or if somebody has any questions about how to use it, we'll demonstrate it any way that you may ask us to do so. So have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.